Okay guys, quick reminder, next week on Monday, we'll be doing a massive week of streams, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, who knows how long it'll take, but we'll be trying to get through Necromancy as best we possibly can, so please do come along to the Twitch streams. I'll be uploading YouTube videos along the side as well, of course, but please do come along and see the live adventure as we travel through the city of trying to defeat Raziel for his little mischief. Link is in the description, twitch.tv/Wazzy. Please come say hi. On to the video. So we're going to be on Mainscape today, doing the final bit of preparation for Necromancy, likely getting some Slayer Souls and a couple of purchases that I have not done yet. But other than that, we're pretty much good to go. But I think just a few more Ushabtis, especially low level. I think high level I'm fine. I've got bound skeletons into potentially abyssal beasts. I may want to get armored phantoms. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's see how we go. Is I need to get a Scripture of Bic, because if you get a proc, you'll then get 5% more XP for 1 minute, which is going to be quite good for rituals, or at least it should be anyway. But yeah, I think other people have had the same idea. Like, surely someone's slaying this thing, right? Oh no, I'm going to have to go to 100 mil for a thing that I'm going to use like once. No, my cash tag's down to 30, no. Right, so yeah, 90 mil basically for this book. Was it worth it? Probably not, but you know what? It's fine. And then buy like a few pages, probably not too many, but just a couple. Got the like grim page price, what the hell? Alright, so all in all I've got 7 pages. That is going to be perfect. Add those pages in, and then there we go. 8 hours of stuff. Like, that's probably enough, I hope. Yeah, I mean, that's probably fine. So Crawling Hands could definitely be an option with Necromancy. I'm not sure if we will need to go here, but it's a really nice option because the Salve Amulet should maybe work on them, I think. They're sort of undead things, so you get a bit of extra juice. Something that may well be juicy as you level up a little bit, maybe from like 30 plus Necromancy. Banshees are going to be pretty good, I think. So I think I might get some souls of these guys because these are going to be good for at least a little while. On the update on Monday, they're going to have over 4,000 health, so you won't just be one-tapping them like that. They'll actually have a decent chunk of HP, which would be great for early game Necromancy training, I imagine, or early to mid, I guess. Takes like 4 seconds, so got my 5 souls, that would be good. Gonna probably put these in for the early game, maybe like level like 30 to 45 or something, maybe even 50, and then we may move on to something else after that. So on Monday, the Ankus are getting buffed to over 7,000 health. They also have a fairly low defense level at 44. This means that come Monday, this is going to be a really good low-level training thing. So there we go. Didn't take long. I got my 5 little Ankus there, which we can put in our player dungeons. I've got Ankus and Banshees and Bound Skeletons, Spiritual Warriors, and Abyssal Beasties. When doing rituals, is you want to have the big book proc, but what you don't want to do is have to interact with it. So if you get some Spirit Attraction Potions, it can just do it for you, which is incredibly convenient. Okay, so I may have gone overboard, I'm not sure. But the ritual preset, I'm going to have basically everything that I could possibly need in it from the beginning. And the good part about these bones and stuff is that we can store them all in the ritual chest at the site. So we can clear out invent pretty fast on release. But yeah, I've got Spirit Attraction Potions, Excel Pots for jumping around if I need to. Incense Sticks for XP, last time 6 for potion timers, but I could just use my Slayer preset for that. Bit of Essence, bunch of bones, bunch of bars, Big Book, and Wise 4 perk on my Excalibur. So that looks pretty good. I think that works for me. Yeah, so I'm actually going to leave a bunch of invent space and put the bars in the bank here. I've got some in my metal bank as well, but I've realized I need invent space for like the ritual candles and glyphs that we're going to have to be using. But yeah, so one thing else for the slight mid-level is I've got some ghosties, which might be good. So like early to mid ghosts could be very good because they're fairly low defense and decent HP, so maybe good for Necromancy stuff. So I realized my perks are slightly inopportune for a very specific scenario, so I'm going to try and make an Invigorating 4 Undead Slayer perk just like this. 3? Man, why does it have to be 3? This is the rare one. Like, 4 is supposed to be more common. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess we've got to go again, unfortunately. Okay, this is other combat that's more expensive, but it's like 75% chance. So, kablam! Hooray! Got just what I wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get the Wise 4 Undead Slayer perk, because Wise 4 is probably going to be useful pretty early. Maybe not so much later, but early it's going to be quite good instead of Impatient, possibly. But yeah, I don't know exactly what to do here, but I'm just going to press the button and hope for the best. Hey look, I pressed the button, hope for the best, and it worked. So we'll take that. We'll use that maybe for the early Necromancy instead of Impatient at the beginning. Okay, so another perk coming up as well is Impatient 4 Wise 1, which apparently... No, it's really bad to fail. Oh my god, that sucks. Okay, attempt number 2, because having a bit of a Wise perk might be quite nice for later, potentially. So we'll see if this one works. God damn it. Okay, surely third time's the charm for this one. But yeah, it should be quite nice to have a little bit of Wise 1 going on. A little bit like that. There we go, finally. So that could be quite nice with combat. Okay, so the plan. I'm going to have a Biting Mobile perk. I'm going to have an Invigorating Undead Slayer perk. And then I'm going to have a Crackling Relentless. And then as the final ones, I'm going to initially have a Wise 4 Undead Slayer for day 1. But then I'm going to switch it to Impatient 4 and Wise 1 when I level up a bit. And XP becomes a bit nicer. Then hopefully we can still get the 50k XP cap. That's the plan. So what I've done here is I have over here, I've got some Banshees, which will be good for very low level. And over here, I've got some Ghosties, which will also be good for very low level. So I have to decide which ones I want to do on the day. And over here, I have some Ankus. Now that they've released the info on the new Troll Cave as well, though, these Ghosties are probably going to be a bit useless. So I think we just do the new Trolls instead. But maybe work up to Banshees when we get a bit higher level. Guys, do I become Raziel's greatest apprentice ever and fully jump in with the roleplay and become Waziel? I could. So I am now Waziel, his greatest apprentice of all time. And oh, I never changed my name. Is this stupid? I don't know, but nice. This guy traded me a bond. And he says, change your name back. It's not that bad, is it? No, it can't be that bad. Okay, so I have just made a preset for what I'm going to assume is a decent Necromancy preset. We have the 2 incense sticks we're going to need. We've got Lanterdimes to make our potions last longer. We have Torstol incense sticks to give us more XP. We have some Overload salves for damage and prayer restoration. We have aggro pots for aggroing. We've got Blessed Flasks for just lots of prayer in one item slot. We also have vulnerability bombs out the wazoo right now. I accidentally bought way too many, but I'm thinking I could just like keep throwing these at mobs and yeah, do 10% more damage. I've then got teleports to different places that may be useful, like Dungeoneering Resource Dungeons and Slayer Masters could potentially be quite good. Obviously Grimoire and Full Book interchangeably, kind of depending on the monster. I think Grimoire is going to be good for later game, but Full might be the play at the beginning. I've also got Calgarian Demons for the extra crit chance and lots of scrolls to crit me up. Cleaner for cleaning stuff, I guess. Reaver's Ring and Ring of Death. Ring of Death if I've got bad hit chance, and Reaver's Ring if I've got good hit chance. It varies on a mob by mob basis. Ritual Shard for prayer. Slayer Codex for the easy teleport to the Slayer dungeon. Lots of Adrenaline pots and a little bit of penance powder. That seems pretty good, I think. And then in terms of equipment, got a little bit of Ghost Hunter stuff, which gives you more damage against the undead. You have the Salvo Millet, which also gives you more damage and hit chance versus undead. And then I've got my Stisuke stuff, which will have better perks on it when the time comes. It's all in my bank right now, all in here. But that's armor that I've got to level 20 and can perk right from the get-go. So we can do Necromancy with perks right from the beginning. And then at 70, I'll probably either disassemble or separate this to put it on the Necromancy power armor that we get from 70 onwards. Weapons are obviously placeholder for Necromancy stuff. And then ring, obviously went over those. Boots will be Silverhawks because they are the only hybrid boots that give a Necromancy or hybrid damage bonus. And then Death Touch Bracelet just because it is a very strong damage bonus in the glove slot. So yeah, that is my preset. So yeah, as far as I can tell, this is everything we could possibly need for Necromancy. I've got, stuff in my Slayer Dungeon, which we just did. I've got some Abyssal Beasts, some Spiritual Warriors, which are probably not very good, and then some Bound Skeletons, which actually probably are good. I've got all the supplies around here, like the armor sets, the different gear pieces like Silverhawks, Spirit Attraction Potions, XP Capacitors, bars, and then I've got bones in my bank. I've got a big book. I've got Torstal 6. I've got Appraisal Codex. Like it's all here. It is all here. So we're looking pretty good. And yeah, I'm quite looking forward to Necromancy. So one last thing that might be important for Necromancy is they recently updated a news post saying that you may need some Imperial Steel, some Blood of Orcus, and some Ancient Viz, and no more than about 200 of each. And people have been doing some digging, quite literally, and it turns out that the necromantic focus perfectly lines up with all of these materials. So it may be a good idea to get your hands on some of these. They're pretty easy to get. They're in the church at Caradet. It doesn't take too long to get a bunch of them. Maybe you need 1, maybe you need 0, maybe you need 5. I don't know, but I got 5 just in case. That seems like a decent number. So we're all ready for that, and we're basically all ready for Necromancy as well. We're literally perfect, as far as I can tell. As far as I'm aware, we have everything we could possibly need. We have the gear, we have the perks, we have the upgrade materials, we have bones in the bank, we have Torstal sticks for XP, we have the Appraisal Codex for the high level prayer, a big book for rituals, you got some Slayer masks that might be good early on, Crawling Hands and Banshees right there, could be good for that. We've got bars for upgrades, we've got spirit shields, we've got invention materials. Like, as far as I'm aware, we have everything we need to do incredibly well in the Necromancy shenanigans. So I hope you are all looking forward to it. I will see you on Monday. Please do come to the streams and support us and say hello and ask questions and answer questions and tell us your findings and what you found interesting, what you don't find interesting. Tell us everything and anything, because I am dying to know how you guys are finding it, and I really hope you are more. I really hope you're going to join us on the necromantic journey. Something that would be really cool is if we could be the first person to kill the tier 95 dropping boss, Raziel. Obviously, my username is Wazzy now, so I am his #1 fan. So hopefully that'll give us a bit of an edge, and maybe he'll go nicely on us. Who knows? But for now, guys, that is the preparations. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I will see you all on Monday, bright and early, for a good old midday stream. So do come along, say hi, and enjoy the city of